Hey, what is up, guys, and welcome back to Hornets franchise. Coming off our first championship, and I didn't think it would happen that quick, but I'm not gonna complain as we get a ring in year one. And is there a way to look back at? I know there's like league history in here, team history. Well, okay, there you go. Record 49 and 33. The year before we went 20 and 62. That was the first NBA championship in Hornets franchise history, I do believe. So yeah, that's a pretty big deal, and that was a lot of fun. That was a fun season. We had to fight for it. It wasn't easy, but Kursov with the triple double wins Finals MVP. We came back down 3-1. Second time it's happened to my Thunder. I'm a little sad about it, but that's okay. Nonetheless, we're in the offseason, and the question always is in the offseason, how do you get better after you win a championship? That's kind of the goal, is you got to add more pieces. So let's see how we're going to do it. First retirements, Chris Paul calls it quits, along with Al Horford, two guys that in the prime of their career were one of the best players in the league. Maybe not so much Al Horford. He was a really good player, though, really good role player his whole career. Danny Green, multi-time champion with the Spurs, I think. He might have only been there for, I can't remember. Serge Ibaka, Thunder legend. He played a lot of different places. Taj Gibson, Thunder legend for 1 year. Blake Griffin, never on the Thunder. Always wished he would have been. But yeah, anyone in here? Thanasis Antetokounmpo at 32 calls or quits. All right, Tyrese Maxey retires at 24 years old. What was his injury? At 20, torn right meniscus, and he called it quits at 24 years old. That's crazy. So I guess see you later, Tyrese Maxey. I might override that one. That's ridiculous. Yeah, he's not going to retire in real life at 24. If he does, he's an idiot. I'm going to override that one. Mac McClung. There's no way you're retiring, son. I do like the override thing because some of these guys, this guy's retiring at 21. He didn't even play a year in the league. He said, F it, I'm out. Like, these people I don't really care about, but that's funny nonetheless. Staff retirements, Steven Silas, Pistons assistant head coach, the perimeter D coach for the Thunder. Hey, our guard guru, Bruce Kreutzer, retires after getting a ring, and Mark Bryant retires for the Pistons as well. Chris Paul goes into the Hall of Fame, no doubt. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer in real life once he retires. And honestly, like at the end of his career here, if he wouldn't, he's just had so many injury problems down the stretch of his career. That year in OKC was magical, though. As a Thunder fan, that was like one of my favorite years to watch basketball. It was 2020, which was a tough year, but like he carried that team. Like he was the best player on the team. That was fun. Chris Paul, Hall of Fame, and the Clippers. Maybe he won't get his number retired by the Hornets. Now that I think about it. But Blake Griffin and Chris Paul both get their numbers retired by the Clippers. That's probably right now that I think about it. League meetings. All league teams will have positions. 2 guards, No, that's just stupid. What? You could just have what you have. 13 players from each conference will be named to the All-Star team. So basically get rid of the way they have it now. I hate the new version of the All-Star game. Do we want to replace that? I don't know. The number 1 pick is decided through an elimination tournament. Remaining picks are... Dude, that'd be kind of lit, but not realistic, so we won't do it. Nonetheless, draft lottery, and we actually have high odds because we traded... Don't we? Oh, no, we had Detroit's pick, which... Okay, never mind. We have the lowest odds, but there's a chance. The Thunder are going to be such a problem. Look how many first-round picks they have, dude. Oh, my. And they just were in the finals. And the Nets get the number 1 pick. We stay at 14. That's fine. Do we have another? I thought we only have 1 pick this year? All right. And here we go. Staff signing. We're going to need an assistant GM. McMillan, no. Joe Mazzulla's out here. Interesting. How you interested in being an assistant GM there, Mazzulla? How about that? We'll offer Joe Mazzulla. We'll also offer I mean, this guy looks terrible. Zach Willis is my kind of guy. A terrible assistant GM. I mean, we're just going to lowball him as much as we can. Maybe 600K here. 599. And then coaching-wise, our head coach, everything's locked up, it looks like. So, okay, yeah, everything's locked up. We have all of our coaches down. Tyrone Corbin, Michael Stauffer brought us a ring in his first year. We need a head scout. Oh, okay. Foreign scout. T. Irving. Okay. Well, let's offer Mr. T. Irving here. Terry Irving. We literally need every kind of scout. I wish there was a way to set this to auto, because I hate doing this stuff. Donovan Young, get in there, pal. I don't even know. Joe Mazzulla's mulling. We do get Terry Young as our head scout. And, okay. Mazzulla and both those guys decline, maybe. Okay, that's fine. What about Brian Joseph? He has no interest in an assistant GM spot. We're going to have to go down the list. Zach Willis? Okay, no. Aiden Anderson has no interest. All these scouts. I mean, I don't really... Honestly, what does an assistant GM really do? Charisma. This guy's a foreign scout. I mean, I don't even know what these guys are going to be good for. Cameron Lucas has no interest. I hate doing the... Will they just autofill it for you if you... Like, I literally don't care about staff signing. Okay, draft combine here. We picked 14th, so I mean, we'll see how these kids do. Pre-draft workouts. We won't pick up here. Based on where we pick, I mean, Itzy Dugonix, that's a fun name. We're looking, I mean, we don't need bigs. That we have. We need some shooting guards. This guy's 23 already. Shooting guard, point guard. Let's scout some of these kids through here. Shooting guard. We could use some backup bigs. Also, Horace McNeil. I mean, he looks terrible, but he's number 4 or number 1 on the Sporting News big board rank. AC Ball's an A+ name. Kevin Holloway. 6 foot. How? Okay, just do those guys. And here we go. Bernie Anderson. Doesn't look like the best player ever. Eddie Johnson is his ceiling. Not a great scorer. Not a great defender. Just a really good athlete. But I guess he's pretty good at inside scoring. Yeah, I mean he's a good athlete. Bernie Anderson here. I don't mind Bernie Anderson. He's got size. We'll just have to kind of see how it works out. And it's draft time. But first of all, let's see if there's any moves we can make here. Future draft picks. So we have the 14th pick. We had 3 second-round picks this year. Okay. Trade finder. I mean, we're more so looking to either get like a really good veteran player as Monte Morris, who will be on an expiring contract. I wouldn't mind moving him. His shot's just slow. He's good off the bench, but man, I'm not loving it. Oh, a first-round pick from the Kings in 2 years. Miles McBride, Torian Prince, Gabe Vincent, Hunter Tyson, Luke Kennard would give us shooting off the bench. How old's Kennard these days? 29? Norm Peterson, we don't need a big. I don't want a center. Brandon Clark. A first-round pick from the Spurs next year for Monte Morris. A first from the Thunder next year. Swap best with Rockets. Not really loving any of these offers. You could bring Grant Williams back, but not for that much money. What about Bagley? I do like Marvin Bagley, but I mean, if we can get a better player, DeMar DeRozan's interesting. Luis Bellamy is a 20-year-old point guard. He didn't play last year. Let's look at his attributes. He's still got 3 years, so a lot of team control on contract. He's got pretty good badges. Grades, not great offensively, not real good. He's not so good. Peyton Pritchard, no. That first round pick's interesting, but no. First from the Kings and AJ Green, Mitchell Robinson, who we know how good he can be off the bench. First round pick, but they want pick 14. Gafford is good. I do like Daniel Gafford, but don't really want to give up our 14th pick this year. Nurkic, no. Man, just not getting crazy good offers like I really was hoping. Eric Hardaway won't sign. Eric Hardaway had a really good year, by the way. We still got him under contract for another year. Preston is a restricted free agent. Nope, I'm on the Jazz. Cody Martin is a guy who we could look to move, but I don't really know what his value is going to be. Norman Powell is a good shooter. Man, the Kings are just willing to give up draft picks. We might move Cody Martin for a first-round pick. I think we're going to do this. I like Cody Martin. We're going to get a first-round pick, though. And then, is Davis Bertans still on this team? Because if so, he's gone. Oh, thank God. Okay, he gone. So we don't have to worry about that. That's the problem this early by the draft is, like, your contracts are still kind of up in the air. I do like Bryce McGowan's. I would like to have him back. Outside of that, though, I think we're going to hang on to everyone else. It's draft time. And here we go. Horace McNeil goes first. Tyson Francis from that, he went second. And the Jazz trade up with the Thunder for DeMar DeRozan and Alex Caruso. Thunder going win now mode. That would have been nice to have for the Thunder, though. 7-2. They need bigs. Gus Kennedy. George Constantine goes there. Then the Thunder, well, no, the Bulls here take a guy out of Bama. The Thunder go Itzy Duganix and Mac Patterson. So they end up getting a big anyway. I forgot they have like 100 picks here in this first round. And we're on the clock. Kevin Holloway goes there. And we have 29 trade offers for this pick. Kevin Huerter, I mean, you're not getting it for nothing. Peyton Pritchard, Norman Powell, a first next year and a second in 29. A first from the Jazz 2 years from now. I mean, we just traded Cody Martin. I don't necessarily need him back. Mitchell Robinson's intriguing. I like Mitchell Robinson, but Wendell Carter is very intriguing from the Magic. But we don't need bigs. I mean, him and Bagley out the bench would be good, but we're just creating a logjam of bigs that we're going to have rotating in and out of the game if we do that. Drummond. Isaiah Stewart's not terrible. DeAnthony Melton's not terrible. I mean, I want a draft pick and 2 first-rounders from the Thunder. One next, but the Thunder are going to be good for a while, so that's kind of tough. Yeah, we're going to take a look at the board before. And Ruben Saramago is a shooting guard, point guard, 6'6", A+ 3-point scoring, A- perimeter defense, C+ playmaking. He's got B potential, decent athlete. Comparison ceiling is Donovan Mitchell. Danny Ainge was a good player. Ruben Saramago looks like a stud. We've been looking for a consistent 2-guard, maybe to come off the bench, maybe to play. He's elite second jump, tremendous offensive abilities, or tremendous anticipation when playing defense. Solid, so he's a really good defender that could shoot, kind of a 3-and-D type player. We're looking for a guy like that. I think Ruben unless Brent Augustine here is just a stud, which it doesn't necessarily look like. He's a good rebounder. AC ball, not great. I think we're going to go with Ruben Saramago. He looks really good. We're going to take him. Welcome to Charlotte, Ruben. I mean, That feels like a good pick. Another foreign guy we draft. Homer Rush goes to the Warriors, and now we have 3 second-round picks, and we have a bunch of trade offers. I mean, teams just wanting to move up. It doesn't look like we're going to get anything too great. Sometimes you can find, I mean, Eric Hardaway, second-round pick. You can find some gems, and right here, Sylvester, good rebounder, good post defense. Not a great athlete, but not a bad one. B-plus potential is nice, though. Lawrence Evans is a center with a 7'5". Is that, yeah, wingspan. That's insane. He's 6'11 with a 7'5 wingspan. A-minus, I mean, can score inside. Potential's okay. Not a great athlete. Nate Thurmond is his ceiling. I don't know if I love it. Out of North Carolina, we'll wait on that. This guy's he's a 6'9" power forward. Can he shoot? Elton Brand is his ceiling. No, he really can't shoot, but he's a really good rebounder. Bernie Anderson, Vladimir Vujanik. This guy's 6'9" this guy's 7'1" with a 7'10" wingspan. Holy crap. How is your rebounding only a B, son? That's rough. That's rough. I really like this center. I wish he could space the floor a little bit. Or was it Cameron? Yeah, I really like Sylvester Cameron. Ceiling of Carl Landry. Man. We know this kid's going to be a 72 overall. We didn't even look at him. He's not great. I mean, he's just a good athlete. I think we're going to take Lawrence Evans. Or do we want Walt Swift here? No, we don't want Walt Swift. He's terrible. A-plus perimeter defense isn't bad, though. I think we're going to go Lawrence Evans. Bring him in. I like this pick. Out of North Carolina. I mean, classically good program. And for some reason, oh, there we go. Sim to next user pick. Boom. We're on the clock. We had 23 trade offers. None of them probably worth anything. We'll see who's here. Choose prospect. Lloyd Kane. This kid I want to take this kid just because he's like freakishly lengthy and he's a really good athlete. Incredible leaper. Could play on a 12-foot hoop. Guy looks like Superman. Could definitely develop into a good player. Has questionable IQ. Not the sharpest tool in the shed offensively. Can hit the occasion. So basically he's an idiot, but he plays hard and he's a good athlete. I think we're going to take a chance on Brevin Temple. I mean, the length is just off the table. It's a second-round pick. We're not taking him like pick 14. He's a second-rounder. And Bernie Anderson is still here. I don't really want to take another. Clayton Young is 20, and he's not great. Decent athlete, decent potential. Bernie Anderson, we kind of know exactly what we're getting. He's a good athlete. Not going to bring defense. Not a great offensive player. Not necessarily interested in him. Perry Payton. Why is he... This guy is ranked pretty high. I don't know why. Terrence Fitzgerald, he doesn't look that good. I'm kind of looking for a guard with this pick just to fill. I mean... We know Bernie Anderson's going to be a 72. We'll just take him. Out of Providence. I don't think he's going to be worth a damn, to be honest. But we'll see. McNeil, 74. Rockets get it. I mean, so the Nets kind of choked on that pick. Horace McNeil, he's got to be like a good shooter or something, right? A-plus potential, I guess. Out of Kansas. I don't love that pick. Tyson Francis. Now, this kid is going to be good. Out of Indiana State, Marcus Hines, another 77 by the Bulls. But again, not really jump. He's 7'2", though. That's the one that Thunder traded. Then they got Dugonix was a 78. Wow, Patterson was a 70. The Thunder just killed it. And they got Caruso and DeRozan. Oh, my God, the Thunder are going to be such a problem. Oh, my goodness, the Thunder are going to be a problem in the West. Yeah, the Thunder are going to be back in the finals. There's no doubt in my mind. That's insane. We get Saramago. He's a 76. That's not bad. B plus 3-point scoring. A perimeter defense is what I really liked about him. Decent potential. Good athlete. Can jump well. I mean, driving dunk of 83. 81 3-point isn't the worst rating ever. He's pretty quick with the ball in his hands. Pretty consistent offensively, actually. Not a great passer. Pretty quick at 98 speed for Ruben Saramago. That's what we're looking for. Kind of reminds me of Russell Westbrook when he was a rookie. Like, just, you take him based on the athleticism. He's maybe not going to, he's going to be raw at first, but that's okay. You live with that. Any late round gems? Not really. Second round, well, Anderson actually ended up being a 73, so he went up an overall point from what we had him scouted. A, inside scoring is very nice. A plus athleticism, so he could just jump off the off the screen. 95 driving dunk for Bernie Anderson. Okay. 74-3 isn't terrible. That's not the worst. I've seen way worse. Speed with ball isn't great. Not a great passer. Really not a great ball handler. Not laterally quick, but 98 speed, 91 excel, 93 vert. This kid is going to just jump off the screen. And then Temple's a 72. What is he actually looking like as a player? No offense. He's not going to give you offense. Really good athlete, though. 83 standing dunk. I mean, he's not terrible inside. He's not good, but he's not terrible. What's his, like, speed, though? He's got 75 block. That's not the worst. Speed is 73 at 7-1. That's not bad. 90 vert, 90. Oh, boy. This is 89 strength. He's going to be, he's got potential. I can see it. And then our Lawrence Evans, 73, another center. I mean, yeah, he's not going to be great. But good close shot. Actually, really good close shot, which is basically your layups and all that. Good post control. He might have a role. We'll have to see. That was a good draft, though. Rookie signing. We're going to sign all these guys. And honestly, I think what that does is frees up the option to get rid of, like, Marvin Bagley off the bench. Brandon Miller, obviously. Buddy Hield, I don't hate declining that. I think we have guys who can do the role. Obviously, Buddy Hield was great in that playoff run. But for $16 million next year, I think we could play like Hardaway or someone like that. Obviously, we want to pick up Eric Hardaway. And yeah, here we go. Jason Tatum will be a free agent. Jimmy Butler as well. A lot of big name free agents here. Okay. Qualifying offers. Barlow's kind of on the outs. I want to look at this roster real quick before we get into free agency. So we got LaMelo, Brandon Miller, Mark Williams, Kursoff. That's kind of our big four. Marvin Bagley might be on the way out. Saramago is probably going to be our starter at the 2 guard. I wouldn't mind moving Bagley. Not what I wanted. I can't freaking push the right button right now. I'm literally stupid. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, all right. I wouldn't mind moving Bagley. That's a long contract. We did just extend him, but I mean, someone else could take that contract. We're looking for draft picks. Mitchell Robinson could be really good for us off the bench. Could be our defensive threat that we really need. Let's look around. Noah Clowney, not necessarily interested in. I mean, we're giving up a lot of talent here. A lot of our big bench players. But also Jackson Davis, I have no real. He's a center on here. I guess he probably plays centers for the Warriors. I think we're going to bring in Mitchell Robinson. I like this trade, actually. We're going to do it. Mitchell Robinson, I think, has 1 year left on his deal. I think we'll be able to bring him back relatively cheap. He's still only, 27? Yeah. I like this off the bench. It gives us rebounding, which our bench rebounding last year was terrible. I think we're going to do this. Mitchell Robinson, welcome to Charlotte. I just want to... Oh, we can't do that. Okay. Monte Morris going kind of sucks, but we have good guards off the bench. Kursoff, he'll get better. Mitchell Robinson will back up Mark Williams. I like that trade. Saramago is going to play a big part. Nick Smith Jr. I like, but I don't know if he's really with Saramago now. Saramago will probably be better than him in a couple years, but we'll see. Bryce McGowan's I like. Hardaway, obviously, I want to keep around. Bernie Anderson, we're going to try to keep all these guys around. I like this team. The one kind of weak position we have still is that off-ball guard. And, man, who do we want to bring in? I mean, we have LaMelo at the 1, obviously. We have... Really, I like our team. How great of a player do we want to try to bring in here? We have money. We have 2 really good bigs. Evan Mobley I like a lot, but I don't necessarily think we need to go out of our way to get him. Donovan Mitchell's out here. He's hurt right now with a left patella. That's not great. Miles Bridges, Miles Turner, Jalen Green. Chris Middleton has 0 offers. Chris Middleton is a 3-and-D type player that I like. He'd be our 2. Who's our 3 right now? Oh yeah, Brandon Miller. Duh. Which Brandon Miller's only gonna get better. Josh Giddey's interesting. Fred VanVleet, Jonathan Kuminga, Jalen Suggs is interesting to me as a backup point guard, or maybe I don't know. Who knows? Jalen Suggs. I'd be interested in Jalen Suggs on like a 2-year deal with a team option. I mean, I like Jalen Suggs a lot in real life. He was great at Gonzaga. Hit that game winner in the championship, if you remember. We'll offer that. He's restricted. And looking at his other offers, where he's only 1, Cameron Thomas, Jalen Johnson, a lot of restricted guys in here. I mean, we're not going to go after any top flight free agents. It's not realistic that they'd really, even though we just won a championship, we're the Charlotte Hornets, not necessarily a great place to want to go play. Karis LeVert, I don't really like Karis LeVert, so probably stay away from him. Patrick Williams, Dante Exum, Russell Westbrook. I still wouldn't mind bringing in Westbrook. I know he wants a lot of money. We have so much cap room, though. He's 36. I don't think he'll get signed on day 1. Well, offer Suggs, I think that's going to get matched. They have Kyrie as a shooting guard on here. I like Kyrie a lot, but I mean, as a 2, we'd have LaMelo, Kyrie Irving, Brandon Miller. Man. Wagner's restricted. Jamal Murray. You know, we could throw I don't want you for 4 years. That's a lot of money for 1 year. Let's go. We'll offer Middleton something like that. Maybe we'll do 2 years with a team option. A little bit less like that. We'll offer it. Where's only offers so far? I mean, if we could bring in just a shooter and 3-and-D guy like Middleton, it kind of fills the need. Let's see what happens here. And Jalen Suggs, Middleton agrees to that. The problem is if we take the Jalen Suggs contract, they can just match it, which really screws us over. And they have a higher offer. I think we just take Middleton on the 1 year with the team option. Let's do that. Yeah, they matched it anyway, so it doesn't matter. Chris Middleton, welcome aboard. We'll look at signed players. Jason Tatum to the Cavaliers. Wow. Jimmy Butler to the Heat, back to the Heat. Jalen Brunson back to the Knicks. We signed Chris Middleton, which I think is a big addition. Jalen Suggs back to the Magic on a 1-year deal, though. LeBron is still out here. Kyrie Irving has 0 offers. We don't necessarily have the money for that. But, I mean, nothing's guaranteed. They can agree to the contract in this time period. So, Fred VanVleet, not really interested in. Russell Westbrook. And also, I mean, there's younger, better guards. I like Westbrook, but obviously he's probably my favorite player of all time because I'm a Thunder fan. And it used to be KD, and then obviously that happened. Buddy Hield's still out here with no offers. I mean, I don't know. Obviously, Buddy Hield was good. Let's just see what happens here. We want to just hold on to Chris Middleton. We don't want him to sign anywhere else. We'll see where these other good. So Tatum and Donovan Mitchell on the Cavs. That's terrifying. Jimmy Butler, Heat. Brunson. Jamal Murray back to the Nuggets. We signed Chris Middleton. Miles Turner to the Pacers. Back to the Pacers. Jalen Suggs. Trey Murphy. Christian Wood goes to the Heat. Romeo Langford to the Nets. Okay. So let's get through moratorium here. And we do get Chris Middleton. So now it's official. You can't back out after moratorium. Jimmy Butler, Heat, Brunson, Irving back to the Mavs, Jamal Murray, Cade Cunningham back to the Pistons, Chris Middleton to us, Donovan Mitchell, Cavs, Fred VanVleet to the Blazers, Kuminga back to the Warriors, Suggs, Magic. Okay. Oh, Jason Tatum, unsigned with the Magic. They must have not had enough money by bringing back Mitchell. That changes free agency here. Evan Mobley, no offers. I mean, can I look at... I just want to see... our roster right now with Chris Middleton. So now Middleton will be a 2 guard. Well, maybe a 3, but he'll play the 2. What is Brandon Miller as a 2? I mean, he goes down a little bit. Honestly, that's fine. Kursov as the 4. Mitchell Robinson will be the backup center. Nick Smith. Saramago will kind of be our shooter off the bench. I'm excited for Rubens. He's older, but that's fine. McGowan's Hardaway. So really we could use a good backup like... Well, we have McGowan's, but... Maybe we look to trade. If Nick Smith has any value, I wouldn't mind moving him. Paul Reed. They just want Paul to get... Whoa. 2 first-rounders from the Bulls for Nick Smith. That's intriguing. We'll come back to that. Unprotected, by the way, which is huge in the NBA. Unprotected picks are like gold. Because that means that no matter what, you get the pick. Whereas, like, let's see if I... Right here, lottery protected. So if that pick ends up being lottery, the Raptors get the pick back. So it's basically like Cason Wallace from the Thunder. We saw what he can do. I think we're going to do this with the Bulls, though. The Warriors... Unless Steph Curry isn't there, I don't really want anything to do with their first-round picks. Let's go with the Bulls. They just lost to Rosen and Caruso. I like Nick Smith, but thank you for your service. He's out of here. We bring in 2 first-round picks. Let's see what social... Yeah, because we have... And the reason I did that is exactly what they're saying. Too many shooting guards. And now as we look at our roster, kind of clears up a logjam. Saramago and Brandon Miller are kind of going to be our 2s. And then you'll have Hardaway as the backup point guard. Mitchell Robinson and Mark Williams will kind of split time at center. They're pretty much the same player, rebounding, defensive studs. Kursov's going to be our number 2 option. Chris Middleton kind of fills in perfectly at that 3 spot. And I mean, looking at what's out here, we're kind of looking... Now for scores out the bench, Cameron Thomas is restricted. Brogdon, Sadiq Bey. Oh, I mean, Russell Westbrook's still out here. We don't quite have the money for him. Isaiah Joe, great shooter off the bench. Could be a great shooter off the bench. I mean, we'll offer him a 1-year deal. Did he decline? Is that what that said? Well, the Rockets are offering him a lot more than we are. I mean, we're not looking for necessarily a stud. Gary Trent Jr. Ben Simmons is out here. Good old Ben Simmons. What a guy. Trey Mann, Thunder legend. Jabari Walker. Hamidou Diallo, Thunder legend. Bul's out here. Stud. Lonnie Walker's out here. Lonnie Walker had a lot of promise early in his career. Just kind of never really got around to develop it. A lot of Thunder bench players out here. Aaron Wiggins, Jalen Williams. Man. Kenyon Martin Jr., Luke Cornett. Is that Caleb Martin? Yeah. Josh Richardson. Jonathan Isaac, another guy who I thought was going to be a lot better than he ended up being early in his career. KCP's out here. Victor Oladipo. So crazy to me. Some of these guys are as old as they are at this point. I remember watching them when they were rookies. Darius Baisley, Thunder legend. Max Christie, Spartan legend. We might try to bring in old Max Christie. I'm not paying you that much money, son. No shot. You can decline it. We're probably your only offer, yeah. And let's see what happens. No offers accepted. Looking at the signed players here. Butler to the Heat, Brunson to the Knicks. Pretty much everything's the same. We get there. So Tatum and LeBron. LeBron with no offers, bro. That's hilarious. And here we go. So Jason Tatum back to the Celtics. That's big for the Celtics. That doesn't necessarily really affect us at all. Jalen Green goes back to the Rockets. A lot of guys just re-signing with their team. Okay. And LeBron now has 15 offers. The Raptors being the top one. That's interesting. And some of these top guys just not really signing anywhere. And that continues here. I don't know. We're going to just get through free agency here. And player progression, LaMelo stays at a 90. He actually got worse at inside defense. Okay. Brandon Miller up to an 87. Kursoff up to an 86. Middleton loses an overall. Mark Williams, I'm shocked he didn't get any better. McGowan's does get better. Eric Hardaway loses an overall. Why? Okay. Well, I mean, still a good team here. And Summer League, I'm just simming it because I don't understand it and I'm going to mess it up. Nor do I. And here we go. All-Star, Portland, Oregon. That is such a bad city. But whatever. Auto-generate rookies. 2K Hoop Summit. Could care less about. Next season, here we go. Start of year 2. We'll take a look at the roster that we're going to have here. LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, Chris Middleton, Kursoff, Williams, Mitchell Robinson, Saramago. Yeah, I mean, Isaiah Roby. Why is he on this team? Interesting. Another Thunder legend. I don't necessarily want him. Not gonna lie. Okay. Well, anyway. Looking at... yes, we have... Not what I wanted. All teams. Okay. Taking a look here at this. We'll utilize 10. Perfect. Okay. Feed the post. We'll kind of go... kind of a neutral focus. Shoot at will. Play physical defense, run in transition. They used to have, like, you could pick your top 3 players that you wanted to score, whatever, to, like, be whatever. But, yeah, our rotation is going to be pretty balanced. Chris Middleton gives us good defense there, good defensive option off the bench. I don't really want Isaiah Roby playing. Actually, I kind of do want to see what Bernie Anderson can do. Devontae Graham, another guy. I'd rather have Eric Hardaway play. So let's do that. Let's give Brandon Miller a few more minutes, Mark Williams a few more, and Kursoff, something like that. And let's see. But yeah, next time we play, it will be game 1 against the Pistons. I actually wanted to see, is there a free agency recap before we wrap it up here? Social media, no. I don't know. Roster. I wanted to see where LeBron went. Siakam to the Jazz. What the heck? I didn't even. Walker Kessler. That's actually, they're developing something there. Kings go with Fox, Brunson, Randall. Okay, AD. So LeBron not back to LA. Man, the Magic are going to be good. Luka and Kyrie. Kyrie goes back to Dallas. LeBron goes to the Nets. Oh, he's just doing a world tour at this point. Jokic and Murray still in Denver. That team got way worse, though, off the bench. Halliburton, Mathurin, Miles Turner, they're okay. Okay. Trent Murray, okay. Evan Mobley to the Raptors. Yeah, that's an interesting team. Thunder are just gonna dominate the league. That's terrifying. Look how good and young they are. Oh boy, except for DeRozan and Caruso, but whatever. Yeah, but next episode we'll have opening game against the Pistons. I want to say thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, as always, it's been the Captain, and peace.